welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my catch-all planner. It's a big happy planner for the week of September 28th through October 4th. And I'm going to be using the new fall sticker book, the old fall sticker book, and some stickers from Create With Mandy. These are the ones that I pulled from the fall sticker books as well as just colorful boxes. And this is the sheet from Create With Mandy that inspired me to make this spread. I've also gone ahead and made all of these tiny little bullet point dots on my Cricut machine using vinyl, and I'm excited to show you what I have planned for this. Eventually I probably will need to find some more pumpkins and gourds, but we'll start with what we have here. I'm thinking I'm going to make like a garland at the top using all of those little dots, and then do like a pumpkin patch along the bottom row, and then center my days with colorful boxes throughout the middle of the spread. So I think the best bet is to get the colorful boxes down so that way we can overlap them if the pumpkins need to go on top of them. Started by whiting out the little notes icon so I can put this in my sidebar. So I know Monday I have class and I am discussion later for class, but I have work before class. So this work sticker will go first, and then we have this one. We're just doing black colorful boxes this week, nice and simple. Then on Tuesday I have an appointment, I have class, and I have work. So I'm thinking this one that says rainy days will be my appointment. No specific method to the madness of why it says rainy days. I just like the color. Then we have class. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but the reason that the Monday class box is bigger than the other class boxes is because I am also discussion later on Monday. So you got that. And I don't have a colorful, like a colored box on Monday, and Monday is like my big day to get stuff done. So I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this other journaling sticker because you open it up and it is a checklist. Wednesday I just have class, so one sticker for that, and then we will put a full box of some sort. We'll go with Hello Pumpkin Season. I also have these giant quotes. I'm not sure what I'm doing with them yet, but we will figure that out at the end. Thursday there is a lecture I'd like to attend, so we'll use this one because it has a long title. And to bring some more color into it, I'll use this rounded colorful box, and I have work on Thursday. So one of these. Payday on Friday as well as work. This one says Hello Fall. We will do another journaling sticker on Saturday because I don't have work on Saturdays. So it is a good opportunity for me to get some stuff done. And then this one will go on Sunday, so we have enough room. Couple more of these pumpkin boxes. Go right there with that. I have work on Sunday, so that should be accounted for. I know I'm gonna want to like put the garland down lower on Sunday, so we'll do work at the bottom of this. And then I have this pink one with a leaf, and we'll go Friday. I think that's a very good, like, functional, it looks busy, but that's what my life is. It's busy. This, oh my gourd, I love fall. I was kind of thinking maybe in the sidebar, but I'm worried it's gonna get blocked by this. Let's peel it up and check. It gets blocked a little bit. What if I like put it on top of it and then just X-Acto knifed this so it could be loose and it would have the edge of the quote on it? We're gonna go with that because I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that, and I want to see how it'll work out. So I'm whiting out the line using a white gel pen, and I'm not gonna white out this grid pattern because I know it's gonna be even more obvious. So I'm placing the edge of it where I want it to be. And I'm holding the journaling sticker shut like that. And then I'm gonna grab an X-Acto knife and trim it. Okay, I just replaced the X-Acto knife blade because the one I had in there was old and it would probably do more damage than good. I'm taking this very slowly because I don't want to hurt the page underneath the sticker. And I mean, obviously I don't want to hurt either of the stickers. But I think if I accidentally cut into the previous week, that's gonna be more issue than I want to deal with. Man, it feels good to use a nice new X-Acto blade. It's beautiful. Looks weird, but you know, it gets the job done. Let's get some pumpkins down. I'm gonna have to grab pumpkins from a different book. Pumpkins, these are from, oh gosh, it's a seasonal book. It's not like best year. These ones are from the Mega Seasonal Sticker Pack. And I'm using some of these like not as pretty pumpkins to kind of just form a base so that these ones will be in the forefront. I'm gonna start by just scattering a few of them into places where I know I'm gonna want clusters. Okay, those pumpkins are down. Let's switch over. Maybe it's called Happy Year? I'm not sure. I feel like these look too like realistic for the like such stylized pumpkins I have on here. Maybe I'm just being too picky about the pumpkins that I want. But these are like such special stickers that I want them to look their best. Let's just start putting these down, and if we have an issue, we'll figure it out. So there's a gourd. I know for sure I'm gonna be using all of these pumpkins. Oh, and it's so nice that there's even some little ones in here because then I can overlap like that. So I'm starting mainly with the bigger pumpkins. Let's get some gourds in there. I don't know why my mind immediately went to, when I said, let's get some gourds in there. There's some gourds in this house. You can tell that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song has been stuck in my head for much longer than I'd like to admit to. I'm gonna overlap the gourd on this pumpkin because it's supposed to be in the front layer. So if part of it goes behind that pumpkin, A, it doesn't look like a gourd anymore, and B, it messes with my perspective. Let's get some little ones in there. You can even bump them down a bit so it's like creating some depth. Got one pumpkin left and one spot left for a pumpkin. There we go. We've got our pumpkin patch and one sticker that says, oh my gourd. We have oh my gourd over here, but since I've used all the pumpkins and gourds, I should probably use this sticker because otherwise it's going to be confusing just to have this sticker. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it right here on this. I could even put it on the flip open side. Like, while it's very cute, I don't know if I want having both oh my gourds visible. That looks good. Now we're going to start on the tedious part of this planner spread. So the first step is going to be taking this pencil and kind of sketching out how I want this garland to kind of look on the page. I'm using pencil so I can erase it. I was thinking I might use black pen as like a backer to it, but not sure yet. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. And then I have gold foil, black, and this peach color. And I made these on my Cricut. I just went into Design Space and I picked like the circle shape, and I said that I wanted it to be 1/4 of an inch, and then I basically duplicated it until I had 10 of them. And when I had 10 of them, I selected all 10 of them and I duplicated that 10 times so that I would end up with a grand total of 100 of each color of dots. And this process is going to take me a while, but judging from what I'm seeing already, I think it's going to be worth it. And whatever I don't end up using from these, hopefully I have enough. Otherwise I still have the Cricut design space file so I can make more. But whatever doesn't get used from this will end up being bullet points, either for this spread or another spread. Probably for this spread because it will correspond. And I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife to trim any circles that end up hanging over the edges so it stays within the boxes. So for example, that black one I just put down is gonna get trimmed. There's also gonna be some just constant jumping ahead, because if I filmed this whole process of me putting tiny little dots on the paper, I think we would end up with like an hour-long video. And while some people make hour-long plan with me's that are fun to watch, watching someone put the same dots down on paper over and over again is the opposite of fun. It's just monotonous at that point. So I'm gonna take a little camera break, finish the side of the page, and I will be right back, talk to you for a little, and then finish it all off. So we're back. We finished one side of this garland. And I was just thinking about how, like during my normal social media post schedule, I share like a sneak peek of what my next week's catch-all spread is gonna look like. And normally it's like a quote, because I'm not gonna like share like colorful boxes and be like, ooh, look at these colorful boxes. Like it's either a really nicely decorated area of the spread or a quote or some layering. Layering is always fun. But I'm thinking that maybe these garlands or like a close-up of my pumpkin farm will be the sneak peek. But I'm liking the garland so far. It was either going to be a hit or a miss, so I'm happy that it was a hit. So in the areas where the two different garlands kind of, well, there's two of them in some places, where they kind of intersect. So like here, I've just been kind of layering them over each other to give the illusion that there actually are two different things. I got this gold foil vinyl from Cricut. The pink one's also from Cricut. And the black one is like an Amazon Essentials kind of thing. But this foiled one is so shiny, and I assume there's going to be some kind of camera glare with it, even while filming this, but some kind of camera glare that makes it not so fun. So you see I'm like layering them like that. And the nice thing about printing out 100 of these little shapes, or it was, I printed out 300 because they're on different pages, but the Cricut machine shows me the percentage done, like of my cut job, but I knew that I had 100 objects on the page, so each percentage was one little circle. And it was also fun to watch the machine just cut the little circles over and over again. I am honestly fascinated by Cricut machines, and I should be using mine more because I paid a good deal of money for it. And my mom was like, you don't need this. You need to return this Cricut machine right now. Keep it in the box. And I was 22, so I'm like, I can open the Cricut machine that I just bought with my own paycheck. She's like, it's way too expensive and it just cuts paper. But it does much more than cut paper. I've been considering actually drawing up some of my own stickers and just printing them, because I do have a background in art. I was gonna say I have an art degree, which it's true. My major in art history as an undergrad is an art degree, but I was a studio art major for a good portion of undergrad before I had to switch it because there was an administrative error, because I was double majoring in both art history and studio art, but they realized that they were both majors that were like branched under the same heading. So the heading was art. You could be an art major, But then you had to pick either studio or graphic design or art history. So I couldn't do two of the same because it was like getting the same major twice. So I had to pick one, and I went with art history because I felt like it would be a little bit more marketable. I mean, it's an art major. It's not marketable in the first place, but I felt like academia was kind of where I wanted to end up. So should probably pick the major that confirms that. Okay, I am gonna come back after this is finished and I will show you the final garlands. Okay, all of the garlands are in place. I feel like it could use one more, like there. And this, I'm just like identifying issues where there's gaps. I only ended up using about 40 on each sheet, so not bad by any means. I'm thinking I'm gonna use either a combination of them or just the black ones because of all the black boxes for my checklists. And I don't know why I put it there because when you open this up, it is an entire checklist. I was also considering just interspersing some dots amongst the pumpkins down here. Maybe I'll do my checklist on a different sheet of paper. So I'm actually filming this 2 weeks in advance. I just filmed my cozy fall spread, which you probably saw last week. And it is, I don't know what day it is. Maybe it'll help you. I'm currently in the week of the Cool to Be Kind spread. And I went to get tested the other day, which I have to do twice a week. Actually, I don't have to go twice a week anymore. They decided that graduate students and faculty were fairly low risk. It was 95% of the positive cases were all undergrads. So they said that as a graduate student, I only needed to get tested once a week, though I work with undergrads at my job on campus. So I've been trying my best to do 2 times a week still, just because I know that I'm around undergrads all the time. And so I finished up work on Monday, drove to the test site because it's on my way home. Test went fine, like easy enough. It's a saliva sample. And then got back to my building, parked my car in my spot, and I realized there was something sticking out of my tire. And it was a piece of plastic with a utility staple like stuck through it. So part of the staple is in the tire of my car. And I think it's because the test site that I go to, which has parking, is actually the tailgating lot for the university. So it's a big grassy field with gravel paths through it, so you can like bring your car in. But there's hidden sharp things in the gravel paths sometimes because people drop things and then don't bother to dig through the gravel to find them. So I think that's where my car got punctured. And obviously I called my dad, I called my boyfriend, and I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. Like, I've never had to deal with a punctured tire before. It's not deflating. It's just, it has something in it. So they both said, leave the thingy in it, check your tire pressure, which I did. I can actually do that. So leave the thingy in it and call like a tire place nearby and set up an appointment or figure out if they do walk-ins so that you can get like a patch or a plug or a something to fix the possible hole in the tire. But until then, don't drive anywhere because you risk like a blowout, you risk like the thing getting lodged even further into your tire, all those scary things. So I haven't been driving. The thing was lodged on Monday. It is currently Wednesday. And you're probably like, well, Caitlin, why didn't you just go into the tire place yet? Well, they've been closed all the times that I've had available to call them. So I went on their website and they had a nice little portal where I could set up an appointment. And I told them exactly what was wrong with it. And they said, we'll get back to you in 24 hours. And it has been about 48 hours and I have not gotten a response. And both the times that I put down as my preferred appointment times have already passed, but I didn't know that tomorrow's appointment was also going to be a no-go until after I got out of class at like 5 o'clock today, and they close at 5 o'clock, so I couldn't call. I got to call tomorrow morning. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. And I'm just wondering if they do walk-ins, but not a lot of places are doing walk-ins right now because of coronavirus, which makes sense. They probably want to limit the amount of customers that they have in their store at any given time. Because what if 15 people come in to get their tires fixed on the same day because they all went to the test site and got something lodged in their tire? But I had to cancel my work shift on Tuesday because I have literally just enough time between when my class ends and my work shift starts to drive to campus and get in the building. And that's even pushing it. Like, it's a 5-minute break. And in reality, it should be a 25-minute break, but my one class tends to go very late. Oh, I don't like that in the middle of the quote. I'm just kind of decorating with these now. But as I was saying, I had to take off a work shift because I had a tire and I couldn't walk to campus in time. And also by the time that my work shift would get done, it would be dark outside. And I don't like walking home alone in the dark because I do live about a mile from campus and it cuts through like some areas that, like, there's a train overpass that I have to go under and there's no lighting. There's no lighting in my neighborhood. Luckily, I live next to a bank, which has like a well-lit parking lot. So when I'm walking home at night in the dark, number one, always carry your pepper spray. And number two, try to cut through as many well-lit areas as possible. The bank is the one that I like to cut through the parking lot of because it's a bank, so I know they have a bunch of cameras. So if anything were to happen to me, they would know if I made it that far, which I feel like that's a scary thing to think about, but you gotta think about these things. And I don't want to get in an Uber right now because I don't like being in confined spaces with other people who I don't know if they have tested positive or not, or have even been tested, as well as I've heard too many Uber horror stories recently of drivers getting handsy or locking the car doors and not letting you out. So I don't mean to like alarm anyone. I'm just a little overly precautious when it comes to these things. So I would rather lose out on the $15 that I would get for working an 1.5-hour shift than chance either popping my tire, showing up late so I get paid even less, or walking home in the dark after an already exhaustingly long day. And luckily the girl who works the shift right after me doesn't have anything going on that night, so she was just happy to just stay the extra hour and 45 minutes or so and get paid for it because she was already there. And I gave her some time in advance because I knew I would have to get the tire fixed. I like this with the dots. That was my like momentary diversion from the story. But the story's done, so. And my Cricut machine is so good at making these like little circles. Like, it can get so precise. So I'm wondering if I could start making other bullet point stickers that way. I have like paper that goes in your printer and you can print whatever design on it you want, and then it will cut the the lines for you. So I could just print a sheet of whatever color bullet point I desire that week. And then put it in the Cricut, get a bunch of really nice bullet points. Instead of looking for them in the books, and if it's a slight match, going with it. Like, if it's not a perfect match, I'd still go with it because some good bullet points are far and few between. Okay, so overall I've used about 70 from each sheet of these. Not bad, now we have some to spare. I'm gonna take my X-Acto knife and trim the edges that peek over. We are all trimmed up. So I think I'm just going to do these pink bullet points for my list, and I'm gonna leave some space at the top so that I can title it. So this is what I have left. I like these two pumpkins, and I think if I just put them right here at the bottom of this box, it'll kind of bring the pumpkins upward a little bit. Hello, pumpkin season. I was thinking like here. We will test and see if it's too much. Yeah, that's too much. I know there were some like flags in here that I liked. So something like this that says "Don't wait" is good to have, like, or we could do it here on Sunday. And this one says "Meeting," and this is a meeting. So we'll put it right there. And "So busy" is the constant state of my life. So we'll put that right here, even though it's a Saturday and I'm not so busy. And last but not least, we have "Best Day." And I'm discussion leading on Monday, so hopefully it is the best day. Though I could put it here because Wednesday is like my Friday, because it's when I get done with classes for the week. Sidebar is going to be "To buy." So it's going to be a grocery list. And I found out today, so today being September 16th, that Instagram scans the text of your images, even if you don't put it in the caption of them. Because I'll post some after the pen shots, and one of which had one of my bi-weekly COVID tests written down, like it just said COVID test in the box. And I got a notification that was, "Your post is discussing like the coronavirus, so we included an informational link right below your photo." And the only way they would have known that it was about it is if they were scanning the text of my planner. So they're scanning, I'm pretty sure, every photo, because they had to do that to figure out that mine was the offending image that is related to it. So that makes a lot of sense why I've been getting such targeted ads on Instagram lately. Like, for example, this like "To buy" list right here, if I put like milk, or if I put like Rice Krispies, then I'll get like Amazon ads for milk or for Rice Krispies, or to have groceries delivered to my apartment. And it's like, oh, it's really listening to me. I'm gonna put this "Remember," not in a box, but on the page. Spruce it up with some warm beverages, because while this is a pumpkin spread, you don't know what's in that cup. It's warm, so it couldn't be like vodka or something, but it could be a pumpkin spice latte. I wonder if they make pumpkin spice vodka. And it's just gross enough that I would try it. This page in the older fall book has some little hearts, so maybe I'll add those to my pumpkin patch. Yeah, I like those. So I'm gonna go with the orange and like the burgundy color. Okay, so my phone died. I think the only things that I got down after it died, and I didn't realize it, were all of the hearts got put down. I thought they were very cute. I ended up putting some more little pumpkins there and there, just to kind of bring it forward a little bit. I think this was already in place, but to make up for that quote that I was thinking about putting here, but it didn't work there, I found this one that says #pumpkin_everything. Makes sense. It's a pumpkin spread. I feel like I have the coffee cups down. I was talking about vodka. So there we are. This is my pumpkin spread. There's, I would venture to say, about 300 stickers on the pages right now. So if you say it can't be done, it can be done. You just have to go with a lot of really, really tiny ones. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun videos like this one. And follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I post after the pen photos, so you'll see this one after the pen. Worried a little bit about the functionality of it, so if you're following me on Instagram, you will be able to see how well that worked out for me. As always, thank you for watching and happy planning.